So I wanted to record a video about the update, which I mean, I guess I technically am, but I wanted to record like my thoughts and feelings about everything. You know, I like to be in the moment. I don't have like a script in front of me. I just try to speak from the top of my head and make sure what I'm saying is worth listening to. And but I saw Gambit is in the game already. I'm like, oh well, let me delete that video and start this one. After Gambit uses a skill, okay, after Gambit uses a skill, so he has to use a skill. The nearest enemy takes 36% more damage for 10 seconds. Not after Gambit uses a skill, the enemy takes 36% more damage from Gambit. They take 36% more damage, period. For 10 seconds after he uses a skill. So this is the easiest condition to start ever. He just has to use a skill. You're going to use skills anyway. And then he gets a 36% attack increase, which is a thing. And he's a DPS. So he automatically makes everyone else 36% stronger. And it gives himself attack speed, so he's a little bit stronger too. That is freaking good. Okay. After Gambit uses a skill, the nearest enemy... Level 90 is the max now? That's... I thought it was 80. Why are they showing level 90 stats? Whatever. After Gambit uses a skill. Okay, so that's good. Just like that. Just that is good. Okay, let me see. Your enemy deals physical damage to enemies in the target area 6 times. So if you're doing a boss battle, you're going to hit the boss 6 times with random physical damage. Deals physical damage to the target enemy and applies 3 explosive cards. Okay. Every 7 times the enemy takes damage, 1 explosive card will detonate, dealing physical damage to the target. Okay. Moves to the target location and gains Master Thief for 10 seconds. Basic damage deals additional physical damage. Okay. I guess that's useless. Here's where the use is. Basic attacks deal additional 108% of Gambit's attack as physical damage. Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, you definitely want Gambit to have attack speed because he gets attack speed from his passive 36%. And then he gets 108% bonus physical damage, which is freaking obscene. I'm trying to think if he's better than Black Knight for attack speed. Black Knight gives you 130 something percent basic attack damage increase, and then 130 something percent attack increase, and he goes to town. Gambit gives 36% increased damage to the enemy, and then 36% attack speed, and then he gives himself 108% additional physical attack damage. I don't know if Gambit's better. I don't know the numbers. I don't have the numbers. I'm just what is the title I want to give myself? I'm just a guy with thoughts. And my thoughts is I don't know if Gambit's better. Because let's give them all the base stats. 2,000 attack, Black Knight, 2,000 attack Gambit. Then Gambit's going to do 36% increased attack speed, increase the enemy's damage taken by 36%. And then give himself 108% additional damage. But then Black Knight's going to practically double his attack and practically double his basic attack damage, and he'll be swinging for the fences because he gets attack speed increase too. Does he? I'll have to check. But anyway, I don't know if that's good. I don't know if Gambit's good. All right, I do like the 36% damage increase because it's on a DPS. That's the thing. It's on a DPS. He's already doing good damage, but then he has a buff that's making everyone else do more damage. Of course, the team competition you really want is Captain America or a tank, but Captain America, Invisible Woman or a supporter, but Invisible Woman, and then the third place is interchangeable. And I don't know if you want to interchange with Gambit because you have Devil Dinosaur and he's a physical damage dealer of a good caliber. I don't know if he's worth. Let me see. Deals 270%. That's low. Even if you're hitting 6 times, that's low. Because you still got to go through the defense stat and this and that and this and that 6 times. But I guess with the 6 times, it has each individual hit should have its own crit chance. But, okay, now let me look at this. Sleight of hand removes a random buff from the enemy. When an enemy is defeated, so this is more for PV, for wave clearing and stuff. Oh, okay. When an enemy is defeated while affected by explosive card, 1 mana is refunded for each explosive card. Okay, so that makes him good for PvE clearing, not PvP, PvE clearing. This makes him good-ish for PvP, good-ish, not good, good-ish. For every 1% attack speed bonus, Gambit takes 0.5% less damage, up to 30%. That's just goodish, because he's only going to have 30% damage reduction. He's not going to have a shield. He's not going to be able to self-heal. You'll still have to rely on your team, as always. Wow. I don't know if Gambit's good or not. Ooh, there's not a lot of synergy in his skills. This one removes buffs. This one gives mana. This one makes you... Ooh, Gambit, you're kind of sloppy. Gambit's kind of sloppy. Let's see. Pick a card. I don't think I looked at this one. Deals 270% damage as physical damage to the enemy and applies 3 explosive card. Every 7 times the enemy takes damage, 1 explosive card will detonate, dealing 270 damage. Yeah, again, this is PvE stuff, really. PvP, you want to be able to do the damage fast and hard, and you want big numbers. Damage just has a bunch of small numbers that he can just do repeatedly, which is good, but tanks are going to eat that for breakfast. The Thing, he's very tanky, and he's new, and he's in the meta right now. This will tickle him, and then the Thing will throw his fist and then kill Gambit, unless Gambit's attack is card throwing. If he's a range unit, then that's slightly different. He'll just get rolled on and die instantly. Oh, but wait, he has 30% damage reduction, so maybe not. No. Man, Gambit is not good. Oh my god damn it. What the fuck? What did they do to you? Sleight of hand removes a random buff. What is sleight of hand again? I mean, the 36% damage increase, it's not tied to physical or special. So it's good for boss battles. Like I said, Gambit is probably good for boss battles. Where you want that sustained damage. You get that attack speed increased the enemy's damage taken, like for Surtur and all those other dudes. He's gonna be decent. Good? The best? No, of course not. You're better off just using Scarlet Witch and pair up with Emma or Invisible Woman and then watch the damage numbers fly. She doesn't got to do all this. Oh, wait, he has 3 stacks and then you hit 7 times. And no, she's just going to drop the numbers over and over and over and over. I don't know. Oh, my God. Okay, let me look at the Soul Saga. Maybe something will change. But again, Soul Saga is pay-to-win crap, so it doesn't even matter. Or unless you get really lucky. Master Thief lasts for 5 more seconds. That's useless. For every 1% attack speed bonus, Royal Flush deals 1% more damage, up to 60%. That's not great. When there's only 1 enemy in the target area, Royal Flush crit rate increases by 30%, and after... Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, that's good too. That's good too. Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, Gambit is going to be really good, maybe, really good, maybe, for boss battles. I say really good, maybe, because if you're using Captain America and you're using Invisible Woman or Emma Frost or one of those support characters, they're not going to be doing DPS to where you want the enemy to take 36% increased damage. It's going to be coming from your DPS mostly, if you're building your team properly. So now Gambit has that 36% increased damage, and that's all well and good, and he can get himself 60% more crit damage or this, and it's like, okay, those are good things. But then you have Scarlet Witch, and Scarlet Witch is just, you use the buff, you use the swords, you throw down the thing, and you damage numbers. But then Gambit has a lot of sustained damage. Again, I only can theorize because I don't have Gambit. And I honestly can safely say I don't think I should be trying to get him. If I get lucky and get him in one go, 1 or 2 goes, 1 or 2, 3, 4, 4. I don't even like his support units. I don't want Misty Knight, and I do want armor, but I want other characters more. Thor's on the other hand, Black Knight, like I said, Black Knight just feels better. Because 130 something percent attack increase and the 130 something percent basic attack damage increase. Basic attack damage caps out at like 45 or 48%, one of those. So the 130% increase will boost it over to like 100 and something percent. And then you're going to get the increased attack. So Gambit's Master Thief thing is on a lower attack rating already. And sure, you get the 36% increased damage. That's good, I guess. But can you really compare that? Maybe. No. It's hard. Right now, I'm seeing the direct comparison as Thor, Black Knight, and not Armor. Armor is just not in the running. It's Thor and Black Knight. Thor is in a league of his own. Thor swings that hammer. It changes up to 4 enemies. They get dropped super fast, and then he increases the enemy's damage taken by I think 5%. And he has a very powerful AoE special that's not random 6-time hit. And then Black Knight self-resurrects, which is whatever. Let me see. I think Black Knight's a fighter, so this could go on Gambit hypothetically. So basically, okay, so every one of Gambit's basic attacks will do an additional 108% damage. But then you have this. This is at level 5, and to go to level 6, it'll be 48. Level 7 will be 51, 54, 57. So we go to 57%, right? 57%, which is terrible. But this will go from 141 to 144. So 144% increase. A 100% increase of 51% is, so yeah, you're gonna be hitting at like a 110% or more attack rating with 135% more attack. So like I said, the base attack thing, 2,000 base attack for Black Knight, 2,000 base attack for Gambit. Gambit's going to increase the enemy's damage taken by 36% and give himself 36% increased attack speed, which is good. I'm not gonna give him his flowers. It's good. But then Black Knight is gonna give himself a 120% roughly attack rating, basic attack, maybe a little less, maybe even more, and then he's gonna increase his attack by 130 something percent. Just 100% would mean 4,000 attack. But then you got that extra 30 something percent, which I'm not gonna do the math for. Let's say 4,380 attack. So then he's going to be hitting at a higher attack rating than Gambit. Because that's what it ultimately comes down to. Who's going to be better utilizing base attacks. And that's Black Knight by far. And then, I mean, sure, Gambit has skills. But the skills, their damage ratings are too low for the mode you want to use them in. Which is boss battle modes. Because he is definitely a Nightfall character. Definitely Night Armor, or whatever the hell that thing's called. Because you're going to be killing waves of enemies. And Surtur's in rotation. You're going to be killing enemies, so he'll get that refund. But again, Scarlet Witch can do it better. And she's a day 1 character. And Thor can do it better. And he's a day 1 character. I'm pulling for Thor. I want to keep pulling for Thor. Like I said, this is fucking good. It's just on a bad character. Okay. Because, like I said, team comp wise, you don't ever want to change out your controller. If you have Invisible Woman, then you want to keep Invisible Woman. You don't want to use Emma Frost because she's special damage. But then if you want to use Falcon, again, if you want to use Falcon, you're because he's one of the only other characters that has a good support system built in for a specific niche. It's Emma and Falcon. They're not even close in terms of power. Actually, they are close. Falcon might be better, but that's a different conversation. And that's of course with Max Soul Saga. But then again, I haven't seen Emma's Soul Sagas in a while, so I can't really say that for sure. But I do know that Emma's ceiling is a little bit higher on her special. I mean, on her special damage. Anyway, randomly deals 270%. And then I guess if you have that refund, it's on a 200, which I mean you'll be able to use it fast. But then Spider-Man does the same shit. When he follows up with Web's thing, he gets ultimate energy, and then you can use that rapid fire too. So just getting 100 ultimate energy back, oh wow, that's a lot. But Spider-Man can do the same shit, but better. He lowers your team's mana use. If you pair him up with Cap of the Cosmic Cube, Spider-Man will just be dropping follow-up after follow-up after follow-up after ultimate after ultimate after ultimate and follow. And it'll give him ultimate. And then Gambit is just, oh my god, Gambit, you're bad. You're bad. Oh my goodness, I don't like this. Let me do the trial. Oh, Gambit, why, Gambit? Why? Where's Master Thief? I forgot what this one does. Oh, this is better for the boss. Okay, this would have been better on the boss. Let me say that. Oh god, it's so weak. Oh man. It's exactly as I thought. I need that thingy again. Yeah, the Master Thief. And then this. Go off, Gambit. Show how mediocre you can be. Man, that hurts. Ooh. I can't even get hyped around that damage because Thor had damage resistance, I think, because these were physical enemies. And I don't. Oh, jeez, Gambit. Let me look at his card. Maybe his card just changes the whole meta on his head. Increases the wearer's attack speed by 30%. If there is no more than one adjacent enemy. You see? He's a Nightfall character. Oh, wow. When attack speed bonus is at least 60%, which is easy, which you're going to get, crit rate is increased by 15%. So he's a crit damage dealer. But again, he's not good. God, but the thing with Loki is that I at least know what Loki was about. He's a DPS character that's built as a controller, and he does good damage. I knew that. I want Thor more than I want Gambit. Ah, man. Gambit. He's not it. The 30% damage reduction is helped to sustain him. And he's just, oh man, he's messy. Messy. I mean, I do like this. like I said, he's a Nightfall character, and he can be used in basic PvE. You might be able to get some use out of him in PvP because he can remove buffs at least. Every time you use a skill, he can remove a buff, and then he's gonna get melted by any tank in the current lineup. Juggernaut's gonna melt him, but then again, Juggernaut melts everyone. Stinger's gonna melt him, but again, everyone except Juggernaut. And then this is the big problem. It seems so good. He increases the damage enemies take by 36%. You say, wow, that's really good. But then, who are you replacing? Captain America? With his mana regen? With his flexibility between offense and defense? And he can increase attack by 60%. And then with Max Soul Saga, he can give an 18% attack aura or a defensive aura. Are you going to replace him? Are you going to replace Invisible Woman that can increase attack and give your entire team invisibility, who can give the enemy blind? No, you're going to replace your attacker. Your attacker is the most flexible unit in this game. Unfortunately, team composition in this game is very, very limited. You can mix it up and shit, but you're not going to get the same results. So your DPS slot is the one that's most flexible. So you can use Iron Man, you can use Gambit, technically, you can use Black Knight. You're going to get varying results. But Gambit doesn't do anything better than anyone. He's not a better physical attack damage dealer. Lunella does a job. Black Knight does a job. Even Thread does a job. He's not a better basic attack damage dealer, because again, Black Knight does a job. Thor does a job. And the 36% damage increase is pretty much only for him. Invisible Woman's not going to be doing damage like that. And again, it's only to one enemy. The nearest enemy. Not the nearest enemies. The nearest enemy. He's just not good. Ooh. I got to put a not good stamp on him. You can get him if you want to.